Anthony Losquadro, the Rambo of Intactivism, if there ever was one. He's military trained. Here's a small clip to demonstrate the intensity. And for those who forgot, a lot of these guys are willing to die for a cause. And lots of them don't quit until the mission is completed. He left the military and is applying the same principles. Direct quote, "We accept the challenges of creating change. We meet our goals and then chart new ones." He now dual wields 2 Intactivist companies in which he doesn't get paid for either. He runs the Health Equity Campaign Incorporate, Intact Pact, and Intaction, earning him 5th place for the most valuable Intactivist. He is skilled in leadership and marketing. That besides his military training and background, he also learned from his business career, in which he applies to both companies. Anthony is the founder, director, and media spokesperson of Intaction. He amassed a reference library on circumcision, its history, anatomy, and hundreds of medical studies, data, articles, and books from 1890 to the present day. He utilizes his knowledge to combat the circumcision machine on a shoestring budget. Intaction helps build body-positive confidence of intact men while helping a plethora of men who are victims of genital cutting to feel as they now have a voice when they didn't as infants. Intaction is the armored division of Intactivism, being the only Intactivist organization with a large, full-time mobile education truck, which not only displays Intact Body Positive campaign, but transports his exhibits and materials for the many events he hosts. Anthony partakes in disruptive protests, parade contingents, demonstrations, parental education events, and sometimes celebratory events. He constantly holds outdoor events with Intaction's Truck Against Neonatal Cutting. Wait, that spells tank. Intactivist tank, anyone? Does that sound like a good name? Would you donate money if there was a fund that said, "Fund the Intactivist tank"? Imagine the headlines, "Intactivist tank comes through Boston." Let me know down in the comments. Him engaging with the public constantly allows him to keep a finger on the pulse of public opinion on circumcision. He also uses print media, social media, and online platforms to engage with people. Anthony has been running Intaction for almost 15 years. But that's not all that he does. He runs a nonprofit legislative advocacy organization called Health Equality Campaign. The campaign supports public policy aimed at reducing the harm and suffering of children from the practice of circumcision. The mission: to protect children under both private and Medicaid insurance from unnecessary and painful traumatic practice of routine infant circumcision. He's doing this by delivering solid and smart messages to key decision makers in the public sector while keeping his composure, even though infant circumcision is FUBAR.
FUBAR. FUBAR. FUBAR. FUBAR. Y'all got that right.
The goals he has currently are to prohibit solicitation and pressuring of parents to circumcise, prohibit use of dangerous medical devices, require doctor adherence to a mandatory analgesia policy, which is using a numbing agent, ensuring proper tracking of circumcision complications in the NYS SPARCS database, ensure hospitals provide a fully informed consent policy outlining all the risks of circumcision. A main goal Health Equality has is to influence New York state legislators, the governor's office, and other levels of government as deemed necessary to support the healthcare equality and harm reduction legislative agenda. This, in turn, will lobby for incremental change to state policy, regulations, and laws to hasten the decrease of circumcision rates. His current campaign for health equity is in Maine and New Hampshire as of right now. Also, the Health Equity Campaign he runs monitors every measure, action, and public comment deadline related to circumcision with their legislative and regulatory tracking system. On behalf of prevail over the system. Thank you for all what you have done and are continuing to do. You definitely deserve 5th place as the most valuable intactivist in history.